from the Vaticans. Welcome to another cool real-time review. Today, the Gibson Les Paul / collection inspired Goldtop Victoria. Whew! As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and thank you all for the great comments on all the other videos. Really appreciate it. Now, if you remember, a few months ago, we already reviewed one of the / collection Les Pauls. It was the Appetite Amber. It was a little bit more of a comparison to the original 2010 AFD, not so much a standalone review. My verdict on it wasn't very good. I pretty much considered it a regular 50s Les Paul with a $500 premium for a slash sticker. Today we're going to do it a little bit differently. Today we're going to take this Goldtop and give it a fair and honest shot as a standalone guitar. We're not going to compare it to previous or upcoming / signature models. Rather, we're going to take it as a standalone Gibson Les Paul / collection, and we're gonna see if it lives up to number one, the quality, number two, the promise of what it's supposed to do and be good at, and number three, most importantly, the value. All right, let's unpack this thing. Real quick, for the folks who don't know, if this is your first Les Paul, congratulations. They usually come double boxed, and the inner box looks like this with extra padding on the outer box and inner box. Just wanted to show you in case you never bought a Les Paul just yet. Let's unpack it. And you guys know the drill. Always in real time we do this, so there is no hiding. We know this guitar is from Sweetwater, so we can expect for it to be properly set up. But then again, these things travel. Right now it's winter, it's cold. We get it. Let's see what's up. Oh, of course, look who's here as always. My Sphinx cat that grows hair. Let's see. I already smell that Gibson case. And here we are. Forget the guitar, let me inhale. Okay, there's my contact high. Of course, the inspection card, very nice. All right, let's take this in. Beautiful. Not that we have never seen a Goldtop before, but this, of course, is a very special signature model Goldtop. $3,000 is what they're asking for. All right, beautiful. Let's take it out. Let's check the case candy before we get to the guitar right there. Something new that Gibson is doing right there. A little holder, similar in the style of the cases that the 59 reissues come with. Very nice. All right, let's see what we have for case candy. Excuse my reach. We have obviously a absolutely unnecessary cheap strap which you will never use, let alone with a manual cutout on a $3,000 guitar. You're going to be using the Dunlop locks / pickups, which I doubt you'll be using. They are really nothing special. Really weird that they ship with these black truss rod covers, which is kind of unique, you know, but I guess if you like the guitar but you're not a fanboy, you don't want to see that slash thing. We have the beautiful cream thing, which we will put on actually right there. Let's go. And again, I haven't even held the guitar yet, but we'll screw that in real time. Make sure they usually chip and break. For you who don't know, again, that's why they put them separately. All right. And excuse me while I recenter the gimbal. We have, of course, if you want to drill into that beautiful wood and install the pick guard, a pick guard, and then a little tool set and a picture of the actual guitar. Remember, it is, at the end of the day, a 50s standard Les Paul, with the difference being the pickups. So you get the picture. There's nothing really exclusive you get that makes you feel, at least to me personally at this point, wow, I spent an extra $500. Where is that? Okay, it's a slash, and this is it. Yeah, all right, on to the guitar. Sorry, not onto the guitar. A couple of things that I noticed, and for you connoisseurs, you will really appreciate this. Look at that, we have new hinges. No more the skinny rounded ones. These are really wide and bulky. They feel good, nothing against them. just obviously for us who've been playing Les Pauls for 20 or 30 years, since we're like 10 years old. Or Epiphones for me back in the day. Of course, I could never afford a Les Paul. And another thing too, notice this. Excuse me while I'm a little bit all over the place. And I want to see if I can catch that for you. I'm going to rip this a little bit. See if you can spot that. Yeah, there you go, Costa Rica. So no longer made in Canada. This is now made in Costa Rica. I don't have an opinion on it. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. We're charging more for guitars, but starting to cut costs on cases, I'm noticing. Or even worse, in Fender's case, the $2,000 EVH striped that came from Mexico without a case, but that's a whole different issue. On to the guitar. And here is the star of the show. As you can see, I'm blasting it with the light. It is a really beautiful, deep and dark gold, a little bit of that bullion gold. Fretwork looks very nicely done. The rosewood, even under heavy light, is quite pleasing. I'm glad that this one is a little bit darker. On some of them, you got to be careful. It's a hit and miss. They come very light nowadays. We don't want that. Remember, these are in-house /buckers. Gibson finally convinced him after 30 years to go with their in-house pickups. Also Alnico 2s. You do not get Tone Pros like Slash uses. None of that. And you have a regular, beautiful 50s headstock, of course, with that truss rod cover that says Slash on it. The binding, let me get onto the light for you. Binding looks very clean. The offset is minor there since it's a darkened back. Yeah, well, it's not quite black on the back, even with the light. You know what? I'm going to turn the light off for a second. Let's see the difference. You can still kind of tell the see-through on this. So let's put the light back on. So it's not really black like the actual signature Slash used to be. This is actually a little bit, well, in a way, transparent. You see there, you can see the wood. So this is kind of, I was hoping it was black, but it isn't. The Slash Goldtop, when you think of it, actually should be darker in the back. So it is dark, but it's not fully dark. And then you get to the headstock, and then it kind of, it's again, you know, it's again Gibson taking it 80% of the way, but not 100% of the way. So let's see here, the sides. Listen, it's a beautiful instrument. There's nothing to it. It's an absolutely beautiful instrument. Binding is very nicely done. Excuse me for the shaking. I'm trying to keep the gimbal somewhat steady for you. 12-inch radius. Okay, nothing wrong with this. This looks really, really nice. Let's lay it down, get some different angles for you just to appreciate the beauty of this. Of course, there you go in all its glory. Gorgeous instrument. So we'll turn it around. Get a little bit of that angle for you. All right. Let's open it up real quick and see what the craftsmanship is like inside. And there you go, orange caps as promised. Looks clean. Nice job. Nothing extraordinary. I mean, just what you would expect from a production guitar, which is what it is. Nicely done, but it won't blow you away like if you buy, of course, a custom shop or anything like that. But the quality of the materials looks good. The wiring looks good, looks clean. Regular base plate there. All right, let's clean it up a little bit, wipe it, and get to sound test. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like. Let me show you the amp settings I'm using so you have a reference level. Remember, it's not about overproducing it. We want to have a neutral amp setting so that we can see what the pickups can handle on clean, crunch, and lead, but most importantly, how we expose those custom buckers. So we're gonna use this awesome 5150 Stealth today, which is a killer amp. However, we are not sending it through the 112, but rather through the 212 today, just to free up a little bit of mid-range and less power being used to open up those cones and really expose those pickups. Just a heads up, I have a pretty neutral setting. Channel 1 and 2 are shared on those, which won't matter much since we're doing a very neutral setting to expose that mid and high range to see how it compares, especially to something like the Seymour Duncan Alnicos 2. Lows slightly past 12, mids neutral, highs a little bit up, especially since the presence is only a little bit past 12 o'clock. And then on the red channel, we are gonna go 2 o'clock on the gain. Don't be confused on this amp, that's like 20 o'clock on other amps. Lows down on this one, mids a little bit down so we don't get too much saturation on that, and the highs again, very neutral. But remember, we have nothing in the front. We are gonna use a little bit of spring reverb and maybe a slight touch of delay, but that's all in the effects loop just to mask it a little bit. Let's expose those pickups and see what it sounds like through a rocking amp like this. All right, I'm gonna put the camera now close up on the guitar. We'll work our way through clean, crunch, and then lead on both pickups. I'll skip the middle pickup positions on all of them. I'm sure, like me, you probably won't care much. Let's see what these things sound like. Here's the reality of things. And let's just compare. Here's the Slash Goldtop and the 50s Goldtop, which is essentially the same damn guitar with a $500 difference. 6 strings, right-handed, solid body, same materials, everything. Let's see what the difference is. I mean, it's a tough one, guys. All right, not with 1687, 1695. You're not going to be able to tell the difference, especially as the neck evens out after the 12th fret. Keystone Deluxe, fair enough. And again, here's the big question. Burstbucker 1, which isn't that good of a pickup, and this in-house Seymour Duncan copy, for a lack of better words. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And they're both really the first thing that I think would have to be exchanged for this guitar to go from really good to great. The rest is exactly the same. So if you look, the aesthetics of it, we have the Slash here, and here we have that 50s, obviously uncovered and covered pickups. But again, on both guitars, I suggest you change the pickups anyway. And then the only main difference truly is just that here you have that kind of natural, boring looking back, and here that classic 56, 7-ish dark back, which is really cool. So that to me will be the only difference that I actually prefer. The question is this worth spending $500 for? But in all honesty, the dark back does look better. Once again, I feel you are spending and paying for a heavy premium to have that little sticker there. If it had the original Seymour Duncans in, fair enough, but I'm having a hard time justifying the $500 premium. This is exactly the same guitar, guys. Everything is the same except for the pickups, and both of them are not that good. Sadly, the problems don't stop here. Gibson Les Paul Classic. Let's say you click on this one here, 2019. Why not just buy this guitar? You can probably get it for $1,700, maybe 18 tops. Not only can you put Seymour Duncan Slash Alnico 2s in there, which is a better pickup, actually a far better pickup than the Gibson in-house Slash quote-unquote custom bucker. That's just the reality of it. But most importantly, even the standard pickups it comes with, the 57s, is also, in my opinion, a little bit of a more defined pickup. And you save yourself, what, $1,300? Now, fair enough, the back is going to be natural. And the more I'm starting to discover this, the more and more cases just start piling up against this particular 50s standard Slash collection. But it doesn't stop here. That was problem number 2. Here's problem number 3. 2011 Traditional Pro, which is an absolutely incredible guitar. I owned this guitar. And why is this a bigger problem? Well, on those, you actually have the dark back. And the pickups on these are also, in my opinion, and probably I will assume in most people's opinion that have played these, better. It's an incredibly beautiful built guitar. It's incredibly popular, and it has held its value fantastically, and actually has been slightly even going up in value over time. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest problem of all, right here. The actual Slash Goldtop from 2008. Now you might say, well, but that's $4,800. Well, think about this for a second. If you have $3,300 to spend on the Slash collection, you most likely have $4,500 to spend if you're in that kind of buying range. And just like with the Slash collection, buying it through the store, financing it, you can finance it here as well. But this is a far superior investment. Far superior. For one, it's a far superior guitar. For two, it's a limited edition. I owned this guitar and it is absolutely spectacular. So not only do you get now the authentic Slash experience, one he actually plays, but it's a limited version which will only go up in value. This, by the way, for $250 you can get rid of if you don't like it. Any good luthier can get rid of that and just refinish the gloss. I actually never minded it. Most people, are split about it. Look at this thing. Dead mint, like new. Has the actual tone pros, like he uses, the knob selectors, the authentic pickups, produced in limited numbers. The craftsmanship is far superior. Look at this thing. And it has the actual neck, kind of in between slim neck that he plays. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, you see where I'm going with this? if Slash, God forbid, were not to be around tomorrow, God forbid something happens, this will instantly be an $8,000 guitar. And if you hang on to it a little bit longer, at some point this will cross $10,000. The regular Gibson Slash Collection 50s that we reviewed today will be worth pretty much nothing. All right, that was a long day reviewing this thing, having a lot of fun playing it. I hope I didn't bore you to death. Listen, I know I'm about to rub a lot of Slash fans the wrong way, but I always told you in my reviews, I'm not endorsed, and this is not for the people that are going to buy these guitars regardless, that are such fanboys to the point that they don't care about value or quality. And nothing wrong with the quality of this guitar, but this is for the people that work really hard for their money. And I remember a time when I was buying guitars, and I'm not talking expensive guitars. I'm talking pretty cheap guitars, and the next month I would sell them just to pay rent and sometimes even to just kind of scratch some food together. And $3,000, man. Listen, this is a good guitar. But it ain't, let me put it to you this way. You can just get way more Les Paul for $3,000. I'll give you an example here. I bought this limited run AAA. Let me look at my watch, make sure I'm in frame. There you go. Look at that thing. I bought this thing for it was $26.99. They were $200 more than the regular 50s. I got it for $2,500 out the door. Bought Tone Pros, Seymour Duncan Slash signature pickups. I love Slash, I like his tone, but I'm not a fanboy to the point where I'm just gonna, look past the value of things. So I put Tone Pros, I put Slash Seymour Duncan Alnico 2s in there, cream tone parts and plastics, and Bumblebee wiring. And I still came, I think, like $20 under what you would have to pay for the Slash collection Goldtop. It's just not, and only that, but you don't have to buy, if you're stuck on a Goldtop, then just get the traditional Pro or a Classic, or if you, like I said, the traditional Pro also has the dark back, actually even darker than this, which is like what the one Slash used to play, excuse me. It's a nice guitar. These pickups, if you heard on the 5150, and mind you, the highs, the presence is in the middle, and the highs was not even at 1 o'clock. And this, I'm sorry, the bridge pickup was really bright and squeechy. I mean, it was not pretty, man. This one is a nice pickup. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really nice pickup. Won't blow your mind, but it's a good pickup. And then the whole gimmick with custom, it's not a Gibson custom shop pickup, guys. They call it a custom slash bucker, but there's nothing custom about it. It's really what it is. It's an Overmount 57, and I'm sorry, and I said in the beginning, I'm not going to compare it to the AFD, but I don't have to. The Slash Seymour Duncan pickups smoke these, period. Whether you're a Slash fan or not, it doesn't matter. The 57 classics are better. The Pearly are better. The 490 and 498 are still better pickups. So the problem I'm having, man, is just I'm missing, and then that cheap belt they give you with, I mean, it's just, where is that $500? Where is that thing where I go, oh, okay, this is what I'm paying $500 for? It's not in the case, it's not in the belt, it's not in the pick, sure hell isn't in the pickups. And I love what Gibson is doing. They finally convinced the poor guy, we don't want to give money to Seymour Duncan. I know there's no love lost there, but it's not, it's just not a $3,000 guitar, guys. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a downer, it just ain't, man. I hate not having, like on all my other reviews, just a grade. Oh, this is, you know, but it ain't, man. It really ain't. If you're going to take $3,000, man, you want my advice? If you're going to spend $3,000, my advice, I'm speaking completely personally subjective, just wait. Save an extra $1,500 and get the 2008. If you're that stuck on the Slash thing, then actually get one that truly, genuinely, actually is what he plays, all right? And if you just care about a good Les Paul, and you like the 50s style, then get an actual badass 50s, tweak it a little bit, put some good pickups in it. Hey, look, I put Seymour Duncan Slash in it. So don't think I'm anti-Slash, I'm not. And dude, this thing destroys this thing. And it's cheaper. So, you know, both, by the way, don't have necks that he plays anyway, short of his actual late 50s original models. His actual AFDR is much slimmer neck. So it's a gimmick. I love what Gibson is trying to do and what they intended to do, but they fell short. You could have just done so much more to put a gimmick in it. Sorry guys, that gimmick just isn't there, especially not for $500 on top of the actual price. So sorry, it's luckily, sadly, not the outcome maybe a lot of you have hoped for. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe, and I hope, if for nothing else, you at least appreciate my subjective honesty. I try to keep it neutral, but I have a hard time. I can't tell some kid to take $3,000 and go buy this when I know he can get much more Les Paul for an $1,800 Les Paul Goldtop. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Tough times, interesting times. It's like a video game out there. I love you all. I really appreciate the support and the great comments. I look forward to these comments. And